Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MLG 2012 Junior Championships here in Columbus, Ohio. We just saw CrazyMoving dismantle MC in game number 1. That was on Shakura's Plateau. We're about to head into game number 2 as I asked if the players are ready, and they are. It's going to be on Antigua Shipyard, chosen by MC, and I want to talk about that last game really quick. Really weirdly played from MC, I think. It was very interesting. First, he invested a lot into the early +1, early warp gate, early units going towards his opponent's third as we transition into the game here. And, you know, he didn't end up going through with that. And then added on, went up to 8 gateways, got blanket, got +2, started moving forward, excuse my voice, started moving forward, and then took a third and did an attack. So it's just very, and then he went out to Colossae, which was fine. And then people are wondering, okay, how did he lose that? Well, MC, he was set up fine. He had Colossae coming, he had sentries, he had stalkers. His opponent just had roaches and hydras. On paper, MC's army wins. However, there was a point where MC overextended a little bit in the middle of the map, was retreating back, lost all of his sentries, lost a lot of his units, was unable to blink out of there optimally, and he was left with just like one Colossus and some Stalkers to fend off the army of CrazyMoving. CrazyMoving was just going for a cost-efficient trade, got that cost-efficient trade, just remaxed again, added some corruptors, and rolled over MC. So MC, in this game, we'll have to see if he has a more solid game plan, you know, really committing to something, and his control has to be a little bit better. But let me go ahead and introduce the players in the bottom right-hand location. We have the red Protoss player, MC, his opponent in the top left-hand location from Infinity 7, currently up 1-0 against MC. It's CrazyMoving.
Yeah, I mean, you said it like last game. You got to give credit to CrazyMoving, though. He was able to macro his way to a victory there, moving up to 4 bases and able to take out that that third base of MC. They're cutting his economy into 1/3, if not more. You know, that base is very, very critical for MC to take. It actually looks like the hatchery will, in fact, go down. It's going to be hatch first now from CrazyMoving. CrazyMoving not afraid of MC.
Yeah, just putting that hash down. Obviously, this drone has to be very wary of where this probe is and what he's doing. Because when your opponent 15 hashes, their pool is going to be extremely late, which means, you know what's strong?
Yeah.
Cannon rushing. And I hesitate to say cannon rushing. Actually, that's what it is. I mean, you're just building cannons to try to, you know, prevent to try to exploit the greediness of your opponent. But behind this, MC doing the opposite, putting down a quick nexus of his own on 17. Probably going to add a forge on and then a gateway. Excuse me, and then another pylon. But yeah, both these players just using very macro-oriented builds. Not too surprising, especially on this map.
Yeah, you know, MC didn't have his forge ready to punish that hatchery first quite yet, and he instead elected to go for a nexus first. So
yeah,
feeling a little bit more comfortable, obviously, with a macro game. He's going to sit at that third base, though, which I really like. He anticipates CrazyMoving did do what he did last game, because CrazyMoving, you know, he would play in a more comfortable position. CrazyMoving did move up to a quick 3 base again before gas, allowing him to get that third base production rolling, as well as getting a lot of drones to get out. So having that income of 3 bases is very solid for Zerg. Looks like that probe is going to go in yet again. MC has added on a gateway and a cannon and 2 gases now into his main base. Meanwhile, that Overlord's just chilling, scouting out. Okay, you went Nexus first. I see the timing on that. Everything's standard. There's no double gateway coming my way. I can just drone up for the time being and be very safe.
Yeah, and you know, I would expect. Oh wow, 2 gases being added on by CrazyMoving. I was about to say probably gonna get a third hatch pretty soon, but CrazyMoving doing some crazy movement here, just putting down those 2 early gases, which implies early aggression. Is it going to be a Roach All-In? Is it going to be a Nidus? What are we going to see here from CrazyMoving? It looks like it's going to be a Roach Warren going down. So CrazyMoving going to go for a Roach bust on this Forge or on this next expand from MC. Now, MC needs to scout this. Does he have any probes on the map? No, he doesn't. MC has absolutely no idea what's going on. So this is a lot of area to cover.
That probe that we just saw move out there, that is the critical probe right now in this game. This determines whether MC scouts this Roach bust or not.
Yeah.
Super critical. He's going to go right through the middle of the map.
Yep.
And that Zergling's going to spot it. Now it's going to be very hard for MC, because CrazyMoving's going to be very active in denying the scout. If MC is able to scout, though, the third base not being there, that's going to set off warning alarms to him.
That's going to trigger a reaction from MC. The third should be there right now. MC's like, okay, what are you doing? What's going on? How does MC react? We'll have to keep an eye on it. +1 on the way. Chrono boosting his warp gate, a natural decision. Need to get that warp gate done. Sentries on the field. Stalkers as well. Does he add on another cannon? We're moving up another probe up here. He's not adding on any additional cannons here. I'm a little bit nervous adding on 3 gateways. So basically, he's relying on warp gate finishing and being able to get some units on the field to defend this incoming attack from CrazyMoving. But will he have enough time?
Yeah, he needs to be adding on cannons immediately. MC, what are you doing, man? You need some more cannons. 1 cannon is not going to be enough. There's the 2nd cannon going up finally for MC. MC desperately chrono boosting out warp gate. Zergling's going to move around here, try and deny some mining time. See if they could get around, maybe a Ling run by as well. CrazyMoving is moving in with the Roaches now. 2nd cannon is halfway complete. 2nd cannon, or a 3rd cannon is on the way now. Roach is moving forward, target firing the 1 cannon. Good force field there. 1 sentry does in fact fall though. So does that 1st cannon at the front. Now CrazyMoving's moving on forward. He's going to take out that 3rd building cannon.
Warp gate is
cancels
done.
now. Yes, warp gate is done. So he has 4 gateways up. He's able to produce a couple more sentries and or any other units he needs right now. But CrazyMoving's continue with this attack, at this Roach aggression at the front. Another force field, wielding away the Roaches. The 1 cannon, in fact, does fall, but there still is another cannon. Target firing the Forge now, hopefully to get provide an opening for a Zergling run by, even a Roach run by into the main base. Forge, in fact, is going to fall now. Force field, though, another one from MC. MC defending this relatively well here, buying himself time for his cannons to finish.
Behind this, CrazyMoving making nothing but Roaches. He's pretty much as all in as you can get. This is looking like MC is in a decent situation, adding on more cannons, needs to warp in more attacking units, needs stalkers, needs sentries, needs those units to defend against these Roaches. Roaches not targeting that Nexus is an interesting decision, going after those probes, but it's a lot of Roaches on the field. MC still has a lot of, he's in a bit of trouble here, but if he can place perfect force fields, do a lot of damage with these stalkers, the cannons are positioned decently in a decent situation, MC could hold this off.
Yeah, and MC just wants to hold right now. I'm not sure if MC actually realizes he's getting +1 air, or +1 air armor, I should say, on his cybernetics score. I think he's in the midst of the battle trying to micro as best he can. As CrazyMoving is going to continue here with a heavy Roach army. More Roach reinforcements coming across the map. Looks like he's going to go straight into the main base now where there's no cannons. Only warp gates for the time being. It looks like MC is going to try and wall this off again now. Force more reinforcements, and it looks like CrazyMoving trying to use, good, unfortunate, just missed the force field there. Probe's getting pulled now to defend against the Roaches. More and more Roach reinforcements here for CrazyMoving. CrazyMoving doing a lot of damage. Still more Roaches on the way, though, in the production tab for CrazyMoving.
MC trying to hold 2 fronts here. Quite difficult indeed. A lot of probes dying here, but as long as he can get rid of these Roaches, again, his opponent making nothing but Roaches at this point. His income is at 21. Terrible drone count. MC moving into the main base, taking out these 2 Roaches. I think MC's going to hold this. CrazyMoving, he can't do anything here. MC just making more and more units, has those sentries still alive, more stalkers getting rid of the last Roach, and CrazyMoving, I think MC's held. Like,
yeah, with that,
can't do anything. Yeah,
with the wall complete at the front there, it's going to be very hard for CrazyMoving to re-break this now. He's going to have to regroup his Roaches if he wants to do any sort, if he wants to continue this push, and obviously he does. He's continually making Roaches on and on here, and there's the GG from CrazyMoving. We're going to game number 3.
Yeah, MC evens it up. Very interesting strategy choice by CrazyMoving after winning that macro game in game number 1 on Antigua Shipyard, deciding to go for the 2-base aggression. And it makes a little bit of sense. When your opponent has to wall off Antigua Shipyard, the national expansion, that's a lot of room that you have to defend. MC scouted the 3rd, got a cannon up, chrono boosted the heck out of his warp gate technology, was able to get the sentries out, able to get the stalkers out. That's exactly what you need against Roaches. Added on a couple of cannons, was able to dispel the attack from CrazyMoving, and he evened up the series. So very impressive play from MC, showing how good he is at realizing what his opponent is doing and reacting appropriately.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So we're going to throw to a game number 3, but first off, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for game number 3 of CrazyMoving and MC.